Before the names took root, before the blood dried black enough to hide beneath my boots, there was a fire that did not burn. There was a hand in mine. There was a woman laughing blue beneath the caravan sky. I was not clean, I was not whole. I had too much death behind. But I was not yet only steel, not yet only iron. They called me beast in every town. They carved me out of fear. But you laid your head upon my chest, and somehow I was here. There was a year before the monster, when lavender covered blood. There was a road that almost softened. There was a heart beneath the mud. There was a year before the monster. There was a light I did not earn. There was a woman dancing blue, and a man who almost learned. Drovek bleeding, I had split the northern bear. I had broken one man's wicked neck and left him gasping air. I had heard the prayers of dying men and never called them song. I had walked through every tale they told and still kept moving on. But you were not a battlefield, you were not a debt to pay. You were the quiet after rain, when no one ran away. And for a while the name they cursed could not reach where we lay. You touched the scars they feared to see and did not turn away. There was a year before the monster, when lavender covered blood. There was a road that almost softened. There was a heart beneath the mud. There was a year before the monster. There was a light I did not earn. There was a woman dancing blue, and a man who almost learned. But old hunger finds old fingers, and old shame knows every door. Coins can sound like thunder to the ones who grew up poor. I saw the lies, I saw the taking from those with little left. And every time you promised change, it cut beneath my breath. So I chose the road instead of you, because I thought it right, and left the only living flame that warmed me in the night. Then came 2 years of nameless graves, of roads I walked unseen, of men who vanished from the paths where children might have been. I did not seek a hero's song, I did not want their praise. I only found the darkest men and ended darker days. But every throat I closed in rage, every blade I drew, was just another prayer I made to the ghost I left in you. Did not become the monster when they first spoke the name. I became it in the silence after walking from the flame. No crown, no hymn, no glory, no peace inside the steel. Just a man who could not bear to think, so he taught his hands to kill. There was a year before the monster, when lavender covered blood. There was a road that almost softened. There was a heart beneath the mud. dancing blue, and the man who almost learned. If you see him on the old roads where the rain and iron meet, do not ask him where he buried the man he used to be. There was a year before the monster, 1 year beneath the sky, where love had almost saved him.